out by Courthouse Rock in Sedona, and I feel like it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been going through a lot internally is happening, a lot of internal shifts and changes, all good, all things that I'm asking for, and again, as in the previous video where I shared this sort of thing, very intense. I'm finding my body needs a lot of rest, and so I'm just giving myself permission, usually, to rest and to allow these changes within me to occur. And I alluded to an announcement in one of my newsletters, and so I want to share with you one of the things that has been emerging. Now, when this first started happening, I was skeptical and kind of like, really? Me? I'm already kind of weird enough. Now I have to do this? So what's been happening is that I've started communicating with fairies and beings in other realms. And it's not like I hear audible voices, but I feel what they're feeling. I sense and know what they are going through, what they're trying to say. And so it's kind of weird because I can't see them, but yet I know that they're there. And in fact, they've asked me to be a spokesperson because I am someone who's paying attention to them. And so one of the messages that the fairies and some of the other beings I've been encountering have for all of us is to be mindful as we walk in wilderness, as we walk amongst them. You know, if we're not tuned in, we're not even going to know that they're there. But anywhere that there's nature, these beings live. This is where they have their homes, this is where they have their babies, where they raise their families. I'm finding here there are fairies in the juniper trees, and they're the juniper tree fairies. There are cactus fairies, there are rock fairies. I had no idea there were so many kingdoms and different kinds of fairies. But I'm getting to know each of them, and it's wild. So they ask of us to be mindful as we walk through their homes, as we walk amongst them, to be mindful of our energy, to be mindful of our emotions, to be mindful of where we step. Obviously, littering is just, it's just a horrific offense in their world. They don't understand why we are so careless. They don't understand why we don't know that they're there. So I ask each of you to, be skeptical if you need to be. But if this resonates with you, to open up your hearts, to open up your minds, and I ask you to open up your senses so that you can be more in touch with nature, so that you can be more in touch with what is needed at this time. We're all going through transition, whether we realize it or not. And so I'm here to encourage you to be mindful as you go through the transition, not only of your own body and your own needs, but to be mindful of life around you that you may not be able to see. So I know that's a big ask because we're all busy with other things, but it is important, and it is important as we shift into a new world to be able to be tuned in more and more to these things and to these other beings, so that we can all thrive together, because it's not just about the human race, it's also about the trees and the plants and everything else that exists on this planet. So many blessings to you, and I'll see you in the next video.